Greetings, salutations, it is I, Nosferatu, and welcome to a personality test. I was thinking since, we enjoyed Would You Rather and Will You Press the Button, I thought this would be a good insight into my actual personality. Now, this one in particular is based on the workplace, but I like this one because it's very thorough. That being said, let's jump in. I would like to have a large income to join a reputable company. Debatable. If it's just there because it's well known, then I really don't care. If it's shady, I don't want to. But to have a large income, money is a tool that you can use for good. Or for whatever you want. So, overall, to have a large income. I like the idea of having free time or developing my network. Developing my network is important, but having time to myself is important too. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do this. God knows I just missed a whole week. Shots fired at me. I would be completely able to lobby to work for a humanitarian association. Fuck lobbying. To get what I want, I'm able to be patient, able to work hard. I'm able to work hard. I nurture my originality, my relation with those in charge. I don't like to rock the boat. My strength is that I'm open-minded, my ability to defend my point of view. Say I'm open-minded, even though I agree with both. I'm naturally relaxed, patient. I'm patient. I need to be given varied tasks to work for others, or work with others. I'm a solo case. I'm going to look for a secure position, a prestigious position. I value security. I'm not a risk taker. What motivates me the most is freedom of action, competition. Freedom of action, I'd say. In the event of conflict, I'd like to have the final word. I avoid I avoid imposing my opinions. I would avoid, because I don't like being that douchebag who's like, where everyone's like clapping in the audience, like, the dude has that last clap. I hate that person. When I disagree, I tactfully express my disagreement and make sure that others are won over my ideas. I do love persuading people. I need to be appreciated by authorities to organize my schedule. I like to appeal to the authorities. Because if you're good with the higher power, then you have the security, and then you can move more freely. In conflicts, I disregard others' opinions. I adopt a careful approach. I like to dedicate my time to organization or to work with others. Organization. Zero rule. I mentioned another opinion. No leadership. I don't lead. It comes naturally to me to convince others. Yes. I didn't even read that other one. I didn't need to. I tend to favor acting without thinking. Respect for authority. Yes. I make an effort to quickly come and flow ladder or to meet my goals. I'm a middle ground person. My strength is that I'm imaginative. I have an independent mind. I'm not really as imaginative as people make me out to be. Others are impressed by my imagination, my organization. Sometimes you have to be able to show patience, not resistance. I'm not a boat rocker, again. Generally, I trust my ability to succeed. I believe in professional success is that making a name for yourself and just putting that bar up there gets you much farther than your own, say, ambition or dreams or whatnot. It's like, yes, it's all fine and good, but having that security is more important to me. I don't like to be uncertain, to work alone, to be uncertain. In a complicated project, I try to organize myself methodically, have an overall vision. Organize myself methodically. I am comfortable with tasks in which I'm challenged by others, but require me to be objective. I actually really enjoy being challenged by other people. I don't know what it is. I hate competition, but I like being challenged. Like when I was younger, is that I was on a learning curve, and I was so bored out of my mind, I was making D's and F's. So my dad was brought into a parent-teacher conversation, and it's like, He's bored. You're treating him like an idiot. So they started treating me normally and challenging me, and my grades went up because I was interested. Go figure. I want to have a well-paid job or be selfless in my career. To be honest, I'd rather get paid well than do stuff for people that I don't care about. Sorry, I'm not that gushing kind of everyone. Is that if you want to take other people, take care of yourself. Given I still want to. I don't like to think like everyone else. My work supervised. Okay. Me personally, having someone stand over my shoulder is the #1 way to get killed. But leaving it there. What I like in a job is its social purpose, its prestige. Again, example, connections, level in society. That's how the world works. The important thing is to be the best in your field, to be ambitious. Same thing, to be the best in your field. If you prove you're right, be ambitious as you want. If you try to be the best in your field and you work at it, then you're already feeling that ambition. Be as ambitious as you want, but if you bite off more than you chew, you're screwed. I think that it is important to succeed, to be involved. To succeed. I want to be a part, sure, but if you don't accomplish anything, what's the point? I like to adapt to win. This is a fantastic question. So of course, everyone wants to win. But in situations where you know you can't win, which I've been in a lot, I adapt. Which is basically a not now. But building up that momentum, that knowledge, that wisdom, that experience. So I would adapt. I do not consider myself to be reserved. Stick to convictions. I am very reserved. In a team, I want to be the best. I take matters in my own hands. Both? I'm not really a team player. I find take matters in my own hands as kind of being like the leader, the outlier of the group and causing trouble. I don't like that. So being the best is just performing well, which I'd like to perform well. I appreciate meeting new people, doing what is expected of me. I like structured, cool, calm, and collected. I'm not put off by stress, rivalry. I am definitely put off by rivalry. Don't do that shit to me. I have nothing of it. Stress, I can deal fine with. I can easily ensure that an assignment is completed successfully, or show my imagination when faced with a problem. And sure, when I doubt, I trust my instincts. I proceed one step at a time. That's definitely me. I tend to be motivated by rivalry. Not at all. Distance myself from just others. Yes. Keep your opinions to yourself. Thank you. I know what I'm doing. If I need help, I'll ask. I sometimes lack flexibility, anticipation. I'm very flexible. I am a determined individual. I'm more responsible than I'm determined. I do not usually doubt my potential. Break rules. I don't. No go wrong. No, not none of that. I like to hear the ideas of others to independently organize myself. Again, keep your opinions to myself. To yourself, not myself. I keep my opinions to myself. Most of the time. I make an effort to be... Oh, I am a complete fucking hypocrite if I say that. Shit. I make an effort to be organized, determined. Organized. I find it important to progress quickly, to be well organized. In a group, I tend to be diplomatic, take the role as leader. No, be diplomatic. I am quite perseverant? Perseverant. I don't like to lower my goals, to break the rules again. I'm motivated by spending time with my friends, having a certain comfort in my job, having comfort. I'm motivated by belonging to a network, very task. I really don't care about networking, even though it's incredibly important. I don't know what to say. I'm motivated by the idea of helping others or working on a team. I actually really like the idea of helping others. I do not have difficulties negotiating, lack self-confidence. I have difficulties negotiating. I find it important to interact with other people, to have a high standard of living. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. I'm interested in dedicating time to my network, having significant income. Money is a tool. It cannot buy you happiness, but it can help you do a lot of things depending on how you use it. Having significant income. I prefer to avoid repetitive tasks, having a little free time out of work. I don't like repetitive tasks. To get what I want, I use my ability to influence others. Yes, I know I'm a hard worker, but I like persuading people. Generally, I come to terms with my failures. I'm a confident individual. No, I come to terms. I favor my career, my ideas. My career? Oh my gosh. I find it easy to manage my schedule or envision my future. Manage my schedule. I really don't plan ahead for anything. I have no problem with working unsupervised, managing my stress. Managing my stress. In the event of challenges at work, I remain determined and push ahead. I show composure. I remain determined, I'd say. I usually react spontaneously. No. Yeah, any way I can keep on the same track I am now, I'll probably do that. In a discussion, I avoid contradicting authority or giving in when I believe I'm right. Both of these, I am extremely divided. I don't want to contradict authority. But I am so anal when it comes to something that I know I'm right. If I know I'm right and I'm not just because I feel I'm right, like I have facts, I have backup, I have proof, I have evidence, whatever you want to call it, I will not back down. I will eat you alive. So I'll probably go with giving in. I don't hesitate to make decisions independently, dedicate myself to an interesting project. I do both of these. Probably dedicate myself. I like to work with the support of my superiors or to be left alone at work. Leave me alone. I can be persuaded. To succeed, I rely on my perseverance, my potential, my perseverance. Potential, talent, all these things, while they may be inherent, like genetically, working hard, I think, can do so much more. So perseverance. I don't need precise guidelines to work or to be reassured about my abilities to succeed. Precise guidelines is there. You must know how to work hard. Yes, strive to be the best, but you can strive to be the best, but there is an extremely hard bar. I think work hard at your own pace. If you push yourself way too hard, you're gonna break, and all will from read on, and then you'll be downtrodden. I've seen it a lot, especially family I'm in. But that said, both, just work hard at what you like to do. I want to share my ideas with others, dedicate time to leisure activities. I care not about sharing my ideas. I am relaxed before an exam, sometimes vague and detailed assignments. Both, but more so I'm relaxed. I feel motivated by periods of intense activity or committed to my work. I actually love being under pressure, because then I can shine. When making an important decision, I follow my intuition, I ask for the opinions of others. I mind my own business. If necessary, I am able to make decisions without having all the information or tell the group what needs to be done. I'm not a group person. I am patient. Generally, I am very patient. I am offended by criticism. I'm very sensitive and I take it to heart. Especially when people come up and criticize me when they don't even know what I'm doing or what goes into it. It pisses me off. But I am very patient with it. So, I am angry about it, but I'm very mellow about it at the same time, so I'm very patient. Whenever work, I stick to the basics, I take the necessary time. I find it important to be independent, to be appreciated. Again, social standing. I prefer to avoid believing in what everyone says, situation conflict. I'm quite approachable, accommodating. I'm both of these things, but I say I'm more approachable than anything. I'm motivated by short and assorted assignments, sustainable development. I prefer to have contact with others, a position that is admired. Yes, social standing. I can easily make contact with strangers, understand projects as a whole. I'm very observant. When in a rush, it is important to keep calm. I'm not a spontaneous person. I tend to favor varied assignments, reputable companies. Again, as long as it's not a shit company, I don't care. But having varied assignments is important to me. I have no problem with an intense workplace. Organization struck by hierarchy. Give me the work. I find it important to use my imagination to meet my goals. What are my goals? I'm always confident in myself, patient enough to wait. I am patient. I'm actually not as confident as a lot of people think. I am a leader focused on my professional success. I wonder. I would like to go out with my colleagues after work at a reputable company. my off time. I am at ease when leading a team, working independently, absolutely. I am interested in the opinions of others and assignments that require an overall approach. Desperate. I can easily fill in for people, express myself in front of large groups of people. Fill in. I leave no room for doubt or improvisation. Whenever I research something, I get into something, I make sure I do it right. No room for doubt. In a tense situation, I'm able to keep calm. I'm able to calm everything down. I'm able to react quickly. I do not react quickly to anything. I have to take down and process everything. But I do keep calm. I can easily keep my calm when those who are anxious, direct the group, keep calm. I don't like to be disrespectful, to lack objectivity, to be disrespectful. I like it when people say that I light up the room, I am organized. Honestly, I like to feel good. I light up the room. It's really nice. I easily handle conflict, stress. I avoid taking risks. Don't even read the other one. I like to work at the service of others in a stable environment, stability. I prefer to earn a lot of money to have a stable position, stability. I have an ability to persuade. I have no problem with speaking in public, making decisions quickly. Even though I hate to do it, but it's better than speaking in public. I think that it is important to be available for my friends, to be the best at what I do. I really don't have any, to be honest. Like, all my online friends are off somewhere, and I don't even really talk to my roommate. So I'm kind of a loner. Whatever. I am able to set ambitious goals for myself, defend my point of view in debates. If I know I'm right, again, I said if I have all the evidence to back and whatnot to back up, I will beat you to the ground. I'm quite opportunistic, spontaneous. Opportunistic. I try not to lose composure, to be too direct. I'm not afraid of working hard to achieve my goals, setting myself ambitious goals. Again, work hard. My strength is that I have convincing arguments, a long-term vision. Convincing arguments, because if I ever argue with you, I really go through my head before I throw it at you. I'm not easily influenced, really affected by stress. I like to create a positive atmosphere for the group, to make decisions. I like to be the person who keeps everything under order. I sometimes fail to be cautious, thorough. I would say thorough because I'm terrified of messing things up by not being cautious. I plan to have time for my private life, to give up my time for others. I tend to look for variety, stability. I think it is important to have non-work-related activity and prestigious position, status. I don't necessarily need to go into detail, immediate results. When in trouble, I trust my judgment. I ask others for I trust my judgment. I'm motivated by varied assignments, the prospect of earning more money. You have to keep me interested. Varied assignments. I avoid being unoccupied, conventional, unoccupied. I value responsibility for an assignment, responsibility. In my opinion, success means making a fortune or having time to do what I want. Make time for yourself. I am determined, diplomatic. I'm independent, creative. I'm independent. When in trouble, I can rely on my ability to work uninterrupted, my confidence in the future to work uninterrupted. I'm known for my openness to others, my hard work. Generally, the groups use my suggestions. I volunteer for new assignments, yes. I avoid disrespecting customs, having a short-term vision, disrespecting customs. Oh! Alright, I'm done. Alright. So here's my chart, as you can see. It's a pie graph that kind of determines what I have after all of those questions, but it has a small summary at the bottom. So let's get into it. Ease in public. Not always at ease in public. You do not spontaneously open up to people you do not know. Absolutely true. Opening up to others, you can be suspicious of other people's ideas. You find it difficult to pay attention to the ideas of others. True, I'm a very closed, boxed-in person. There's so much garbage and gossip going around, I just stopped caring. Such as corporate news. And how everyone around me is just so infatuated with it. It pisses me off. Diplomacy. You prefer to avoid conflict. You carefully express your point of view, make sure not to offend your audience because everyone is offended by everything. So yes, I do tailor to that. For lack of drama. Persuasion. You seek to convince others. You are comfortably able to develop personal arguments to do so. And this is where I come with my persuasion, is that someone can be upset about something, and I'm able to bring out facts and things I've learned and evidence to change their mind. That's totally me. Leading. 1. You do not wish to stand out within a group and take the role as a leader. You are naturally able to allow others to make decisions. Yes. It's not because I'm not able to lead. It's that I feel like I can accomplish so much more as kind of the under the radar person than being the person who has to deal with all the drama and the bullshit, essentially. Taking responsibility. You readily volunteer for new assignments and you like to be considered the key to success. Again, raising that status, being dependable, people look at you as a very important person. It's a lot more valuable than a lot of people take for granted. Organization. You'd like to plan and methodically organize your time. You want to have total control over your timetable. Like I said, stability, organization. I know what I have. I know my routine. I know what I want. I can deal with spontaneity. I don't necessarily like it, but if I have my way, I like things the way I like it, how I like it, at the time I like it. Vision. You have a keen eye for details and like to get down to precise assignments. You will sometimes lack objectivity. Which is true, I'm on the fence with this way. I can swing either way. Yeah, I really don't have anything to say about that. It's kind of a gray zone. Self-confidence. You sometimes question yourself and need to be reassured about your ability to succeed. Yes, this is one of my biggest things about stability is that I'm not a risk taker. I am not ambitious. I am not super confident in going out and trying new things. I like practice what I know, what works, and knowing that if I do this, everything will be fine. Independent mind. You do not appreciate criticism and like to trust the opinion of the majority. It's easier this way for me because, like I said, I am very angry about criticism because it comes from a lot of people who don't know what the heck I'm talking about. And I don't say that as like, I'm literally thinking like, that's not what that means. I have like 7 years of experience of knowing what that is, and that's not what it is, kind of thing. I get that a lot. So I'm not being shallow. I actually really think about it and consider criticism. But everything I've gotten in the past 5 years is absolute stupid bullshit. Yeah, take it as you will. Creativity. You stick to established procedures. You are not afraid of being conventional. I think I've touched on this more than enough times. Autonomy. You like to benefit from a certain amount of independence. You prefer to work autonomously rather than under supervision. Just give me a task, let me work on it, leave me alone. Every time you interrupt me, it sets me back like 40 minutes because it's like when you get into a conveyor belt thing about you're doing something, you get interrupted, you can't get all the gears back in quick enough and you lose a bunch of time. I hate that. Stress management. You find it easy to keep your cool in stressful situations before well under pressure. A little lower than I thought I would be, but still, I actually thrive under stress. It's challenging to me. It makes me feel like stress is saying you can't do this, but I'm saying I can. Yeah. Responsiveness. You like to analyze situations, give yourself the time to make a decision. You sometimes lack spontaneity. Like I said, I like established step-by-step procedures that take time, analyze, make sure it's right, measure twice, cut once. You know the deal. Patience. You like to swiftly obtain concrete results. You are able, however, to be patient and look at the future. Is that I know when things need to get done, but in the long run, if things are going through and people are failing to follow up and whatnot, I'm like, this is just everyone else. I can deal with it. I'll preoccupy myself with something else in the meantime. Respect for authority. You value respect for authority and customs. You do not like to break rules. Like I said, fly under the radar. You just accomplish so much right there. You could if you're a risk taker, but I don't like that. I like the nice, even comfort zone I'm in. Determination. You are able to review your objectives in the event of difficulty. You prefer to avoid competition with obstacles. Like I said, stability. Point in case. Ambition. You aspire to make professional progress, but don't prioritize your career. I said if something arises that I can seize the opportunity to move on to, I will. Is that whatever's the best for the future. But I don't sit there and think to the future. I'm like, if it happens, I'll go for it. Otherwise, I'll stick where I am. Work ethic. You have a strong work ethic and appreciate a sustained pace. We're not afraid of hard work. Like I said, is that standing within an organization or just at all, just making sure you're reliable, you're dependable, you work hard, you don't let up, and no one can fault you for that, that's a good sign. Competitive spirit. You prefer to avoid situation of a rivalry but in favor of cooperation. You do not necessarily feel the need to be the best. Again, 50-50, as it says, is that if you challenge me, I will rise to the challenge. If you threaten me, I will rise to the challenge. Otherwise, I really don't care. Well, alright. Did you enjoy this? This is who I am. I agree with a lot of this quite strongly. I'll leave a link in the description below if you would like to try this test out for yourself. I really recommend it, and if you do, please leave a link in the comments below, because I would love to see myself in comparison to others, how you think. And if you agree or disagree with my outlook on life, please share again in the comments below. With that being said, thank you so very much for watching. Nasvanu, signing out. I thought I would have leaving. Everyone must think I'm a fucking loser. Oh wait, I don't give a fuck.